Hello YouTube, I am that one guy with the awesome hat. Today for the week 2 PFL recap. Not PFL. PFL is the wrong league. This is the ULPA recap. Oh, I apologize for that. And so, same as last week, we're going to go over the teams and how they did and what happened with each team. And obviously we got these nice little thingies right here to help me remember, because I don't always remember what happens. So, first off, we have the Golden State Wartortles against the Melbourne Magnetons. Now, the Magnetons last week, they picked up a victory with a Hitmonlee sweep, a mini sweep, but this week they stood no chance against Bulk Up Talonflame. Now, Coach Jay Blackroney, he sat there and just bulked up all over this man's face. And he killed Zygarde, he killed Raikou, he killed Cloyster, he killed Arcanine, and he killed Ferrothorn before... Yeah, that's his Zygarde kills Cloyster. And the only way that this man, Big Bad with the Melbourne Magnetons, could stop Talonflame was by Talonflame killing itself with Flare Blitz Recoil after killing Ferrothorn. But that took out almost every single Mon, and finally Mega Scizor was able to bug bite Reuniclus for the easy 4-0 victory for the Wartortles. And that was pretty much that entire... This week is a lot of sweeps, so be prepared for that. Next, we got the Jacksonville Jirachis against the Fall River Floatsouls, and my god, this was a good one. Now, Entei looked like a serious threat after killing Bronzong, but it couldn't deal with Choice Scarf Crocodile because Choice Scarf Crocodile was too good. And Entei had a hard time killing Bronzong despite dying on turn 6 because it was a heat-proof Bronzong. Because there was no need to run the Levitate, because you're just always going to assume it has Levitate, even though it didn't this time. But Crocodile managed to kill off a few Mons. With being Choice Scarfed, it managed to kill Tyrantrum. After Tyrantrum came in and destroyed Mega Beedrill, again, poor Mega Beedrill, and it killed Thunderous Eye because, you know, Choice Scarf makes it fast. And Thunderous Eye, you know what, your natural speed means nothing to Choice Scarf Crocodile. And then Alakazam was able to come in, somehow stop the smash passing and the speed boosting of Scolipede and Gorebyss, and kill them both with Psychic. And then Karen Black, you'd think it may win the game, but Galvantulus Thunder proved to be too much for Karen Black to handle, and the Jacksonville Jirachis went home with a 1-0 victory. Oopsie. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next we have the Portland Root Blazers against the Dallas Dragonites, and this is the only number you really need to look at. 6 kills for Mega Gardevoir. Wow, that's a doozy. See, while it looked G Aerodactyl. I think these other ones died too. Suicune. Forgot to add a 1 there. Alright, while it looked like those Mons, well, it looked like originally the first 22 turns, it looked like the Portland Root Blazers had the game. But on turn 23, as you can see from the notes, does not set up the obvious rock polish on the basically dead Suicune that died to 1 Earthquake. And because of that, and he also, the coach of the Portland Root Blazers did not, Jesus, what the heck, did not sack off the Rhydon, which could have led to the victory. So instead, Mega Gardevoir was able to Calm Mind plus Substitute all over Porygon 2, and then proceed to destroy the rest of the Root Blazers team. And that was the entirety of that game. Porygon 2 became setup fodder. Next, we got the San Antonio Shamans and the Washington Blizzards, and I told you it was a week of sweeps. This one happened in 14 turns, but it basically happened in 6. Because Thundurus T was up against the mini Hippo, Hippopotamus, and he set up a Nasty Pot, and for some reason Hippopotamus, once it set up the sand, did not switch right into Excadrill. Instead, he tried to set up rocks, and Thundurus T punished him. Because you don't set up rocks on a guy with 1, two hazard removers just with him, and like 5 hazard removers on his team. And he told the coach of the Washington Blizzards that Thunderous T was here to kill people, and that it did. And pretty much killing the entirety of the Washington Blizzards, and then elongating the game until 14 turns to finally kill off the Hippopotas. Even though we probably could have killed them off way sooner. Oops. Yeah. Now let's go down to last couple matches, I think. No. Last 4 matches. There we go. The New York Batangs against the Charlotte Charmeleons. Now this one was a little crazy because, well, the New York Batangs and Coach Iophis are a very good team. Mega Altaria could not withstand being frozen. So Lantern got the freeze on Mega Altaria, and from that point you knew the game was over. Because there was nothing that the coach of the New York Batangs could have done. His freeze is the most unfortunate hacks ever. And he got frozen for like 3 turns, I think, total. But that was enough for Lantern to get 3 kills. And then the coach of the New York Batangs forfeited knowing that the game was over. So Lantern got the rest of those kills. So that's a Lantern sweep, basically. Next, the Chicago Chargebugs and Coach Toxic Storm versus the Minnesota Nido-Kings and Coach Patako. Oh, and unfortunately, Patako and the Nido-Kings got beaten again, almost swept, basically, by Amon, just like last week. This time, though, it was Diggersby. Diggersby killing everybody with return. Killing Paladon with return, killing Poliwrath with return, killing Celebi with return, killing Crobat with return. Until finally, it got switched out. And Leavanny was sacked off after it did a very good job of setting up the webs. Cobalion tried a very good effort. He tried so hard to come back, but he couldn't withstand Infernape using Flare Blitz. And that was the end of that game. But next, we have the coach of the Cleveland S Cavaliers and Mr. Taco against Zerlock and the Atlanta Arcanines. Now, this game, the Atlanta Arcanines had literally nothing for Darmanitan. So, I mean, looking at his team, Clawitzer, Ninja, Sneasel, Mamoswine, Lucario, Victini. Maybe Clawitzer, maybe Victini. Those are the only 2 Mons that are going to stop Choice Bandit or Choice Scarf Flare Blitz. Probably Choice Scarf Flare Blitz. Choice Scarf Flare Blitz from just wrecking. Look, destroyed, 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 destroyed. So, we had first turn, Mamoswine killed the Bisharp. The lead Bisharp that didn't have a Focus Sash. And then Clawitzer later on just killed Magneton with an Aura Sphere. But that was enough for the coach of the Cleveland S Cavaliers. He knew what he had to do. And what he had to do... he knew what he had to do. And that was to get rid of the 2 threats to stop Flare Blitz Darmanitan. So Mega Medicham killed Clawitzer, Mandibuzz foul played Victini, and then basically killed itself with Brave Bird. So that Darmanitan, as you can see, in 4 turns, was able to sweep the rest of his team. Now, the final game, checking, was the Callawinna Mawile against the Lavender Town Gengars. And I said this was a week of sweeps. I wasn't kidding. This time, Volcarona was the sweeper. Because Volcarona, well, it looked like this was a close game. Volcarona, nothing could stop Volcarona from, with its Quiver Dance up, going for Fiery Dance on Guja, Fiery Dance on Scizor, Fiery Dance on Gliscor, Fiery Dance on Slowbro, and Bug Balls on Mega Ampharos to end the game. Because Volcarona just destroyed everything after a Quiver Dance or 2. I think it had 1 Quiver Dance, and then it just kept on getting Fiery Dance boost. But either way, that's it for this weekly recap. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, YouTube.